Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. I hope you guys are having a good day. Make sure that you guys subscribe and like the video as you come in, and that you've tapped that notification bell so that you know of every time that I go live. You don't want to miss out on the messages Spirit has for you. Also, if you guys need your personal questions answered, if you send me a $20 super chat with your question, I will pause the collective reading and address your question. Okay. That is how I'm doing personal readings for people. Okay. So, I want to just make sure that all these cards are in the upright because I just don't like starting them with them being upside down. So I hope you guys are having a good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do the prayer. So we're praying to the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon Jesus, our beloved Jesus, of course, and then any other ascended masters that would like to be with us today that have help or assistance for us. We're also calling upon our spirit guides, our ancestors, our the guardian angel, our oversoul, our higher selves, and our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. And we're calling upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Sachiel, Archangel Haniel, Uriel, Ariel, and Metatron Sandalphon. I think I'm forgetting one in there out of those. But we're calling upon all of the archangels and their assistance with this reading today. I would like to specifically ask that Archangel Michael would please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So thank you, God, for favoring me. Thank you for showing me compassion and mercy and grace. And thank you for showing my subscribers and my collective compassion, mercy, and grace. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. And I would like to ask that you continue to shield and protect me from all evil and all negativity. And if you have, again, I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers. And thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude, glory, and thanks. I pray into your holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Blessing to you as well, you guys. I hope you guys are having a good day. So happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I am a lover of Thor, so every Thursday I get excited. Okay. Also, you guys, the energy of Thursday is all about money and prosperity. It's also Jupiter's day. Just some interesting stuff there. So the main message that I have is that someone keeps playing in your face like they're your friend, but then behind the scenes, they like create fake profiles, and then I'm not trying to laugh at this, but this person's ridiculous. They make fake profiles that stalk you through social media and then try to bully and harass you later, or try to threaten you or mess with your emails. I mean, it's real petty shit. Like, this is so petty. So what have you done to this person? I don't think you've necessarily done anything. I think that this is all a side effect of possibly you saying no to someone. You could have told somebody no, or you could have rejected them. And again, it's when we reject people, I honestly don't think that people get rejected out of spite. I feel it's more like you guys are just choosing yourselves. It's not you're like, screw you, like, to this other person. I don't feel like you've been like that with them. I feel like it's literally you're just taking care of yourself. You could be looking after your physical health, your mental health. You could be working on your body. You could be working on your house. You could be working on cleansing. You could be working on just surrounding yourself with positive people. This other person feels like they're getting left out because you're excluding them. But what I think is happening is that they feel very rejected by you because you're not taking them. You're no longer carrying this person on your back like a piggyback. Like, you're literally, piggyback rides when you let your kid climb on your back. or if you when you were a kid, you climb on your dad or mom's back or whatever. Anyways, this person wanted you to carry them into the kingdom of heaven. Swear to God. And they're upset that you're no longer carrying their burdens, that you're not carrying their drama, and that you don't want to interact with them. And I feel like you could have said no to this person from anywhere from the past year to like the past week. So it could be anybody. I'm sure that the first person that comes to your mind when I'm talking about this, you're going to know who they are. But this person feels jaded. I want to say jaded. We're going to read the definition. We're going to read the definition on that word. Make sure I'm using it correctly. Tired, bored, or lacking enthusiasm. So no. Okay. What I thought jaded meant was something different. I thought it meant like kind of like jealous. They feel kind of like you've turned your nose up at them, and maybe you did. This person's got smelly energy. I also feel like, not to say a whole bunch of things about them, because it's not like people can't change, but this person's had ample opportunity. Like if they wanted to be on the same level as you, they've had ample opportunity to do the spiritual work so that they could come with you. But it's because they're unwilling to look at themselves and they're unwilling to heal their trauma. This is like the type of person that just wants to be injured forever so that they can use their trauma as an excuse to, bully people. And trauma hurt people, but, bullying anybody, that's the fastest way to be rejected, truly. And so this person feels like you rejected them and they're upset about it. All right. To the point where they are acting real petty. I just heard they want you back as a friend, or they miss your support. I'm sure they do. If you were carrying this person, which means that you were carrying their burdens and they were walking around with your good energy, like I'm sure this person does miss you. I'm sure that they miss you taking the responsibility for them. Make sure you guys like the video. I'm sure that they do feel this way. But again, it's not like you're personally attacking anybody. And if your prayers of protection end up wiping somebody on their ass, then that just goes to show that they had really bad intentions. Okay. And so I feel like you can't blame yourself when you're in this type of situation, because it's really not your fault. All you're doing is trying to take the best care of yourself that you can. And if that accidentally hurts someone else's feelings, then I guess they need to grow up and be an adult about it. That's the way that I feel. Page of Swords. Like I said, this person is a bully. They spy. They do this spy shit all of the time. They're always watching to see when you post something so they can come on and harass you about it. It's like, grow up. Anytime you see the Page of Swords energy, you're dealing with a monitoring spirit, a spy, somebody that likes to thrive off of competition. And this person, while throwing their negative karma on you, they were forcing your vibration to become very low. So this very toxic individual doesn't want you to say no to them, because they take information about you back to someone else. And they've been doing this shit for a long time, taking information about you and giving it to somebody else. Maybe they were getting money for this in the past, and now they're not, because they're not in your life anymore. Trust me, the best thing you could have ever done was tell this person no, because I don't think their mother tells them no. Their father never told them no if their father was around. You like it, enjoy challenges. It makes life interesting. It does, doesn't it? See, this person, why are they spying on you, Astraea? This is why they're spying on you. They want to know what you're dreaming about, what your creative vision and goals are. So I'm going to suggest that you do a couple of different things to cleanse this person out of your energy. Okay, so is it cleansing that needs to be done? Yes. And then a cord removal, which we're going to just handle that portion of it. So into this situation, we're calling upon Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. I'd like to ask that Saint Germain and the Violet Flame please transmute all of these energies and into positivity, into useful energy that we can actually use to make our Wheel of Fortune manifest. So anytime somebody throws something negative at you, whether it's a negative comment, bullying, hate speech, somebody just bumping you with their cart in a store, anything like that, okay? I want you guys to start addressing it head on right then and there. Like, don't allow, because what happens is, like, this person, if you don't transmute the energy they're sending you, then they're just going to keep thinking it's okay to send you that energy. Now, what this person's going to realize is that the moment that you've taken that, since they wanted to give their power away by sending it to you, you take that energy, use the violet flame, and transmute it into more usable positive energy, and then use it to manifest the Wheel of Fortune and fate and destiny for yourself. So somebody has definitely been trying to steal your destiny. They want to know what's coming for you so that they can get in your way, block you, and then take it for themselves. This person is really silly. So I feel like you definitely said no to them, and they're pissed. They want to be, they desperately want to be a part of your dreams for the future and this Wheel of Fortune. This person will never, and I mean not in this lifetime, they will never experience a Wheel of Fortune, because they were trying to access the Wheel of Fortune by stealing yours, by playing your Wheel of Fortune, spinning your wheel for them. And it's a no. It's a hard no with that. So we're going to pull some more information on this person and the situation and what to do next. But we just ask that the violet flame please cleanse us and purify us of this monitoring spirit and of this person that is a monitoring spirit and this Page of Swords energy. The Six of Pentacles. I'm not kidding when I say that they were monitoring you they were trying to illegally monitor you through the internet, so that they could find out information about your destiny so that they could ruin it. As someone who was bullied when you were younger, being an Aquarius is like a big ass mirror. Absolutely it is. Yeah, taking a 10-inch mirror and showing it to the world and yourself. It's a ton of reflections. Absolutely. But the thing is that everybody's destiny is unique. And this person's destiny does not include the Wheel of Fortune. In fact, it includes them being breadcrumbed by the universe with the Six of Pentacles there. So they could already feel like they're breadcrumbed by the universe because they don't have what God is giving you. But again, this person, instead of going to God themselves, they feel like they're just going to use you. And maybe you allowed them to get away with it in the past, but it's not happening now. Yes. The gang stalkers, they follow you into the chat. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're using a wall of the violet flame to block these people out. I call people that come onto the platform that are usually these above people. They're not my collective. I call them cross watchers because they're trying to watch to see what's coming in for you or what they can go block. And that's why some of the stuff that God gives me, you stalk yourself. That's funny. Some of this information that God gives me, I won't tell you guys out loud, because if I do pick up on that somebody else will be listening for that information to use it against you, I will never give that information out. So anyways, you guys are in your winning era right now. This is just your time. Everybody has a time. This person consumed their time with you. That's why they're not getting a blessing. Okay. So this person wants your spiritual gifts. They want a spiritual blessing that can make money. This person they want to look cool. They want to feel cool. That type of energy. They want to be this empress, but this person is not an empress. That's your energy. That's your destiny. You're a very creative, beautiful person. Even if and this is even talking about your divine feminine energy. So if you are not a female, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. And so some people have divine feminine energy. The Empress is divine feminine energy. This could also be talking about, somebody trying to look into the Wheel of Fortune of one of your parents or something like that. Strength. They don't understand that why you are still here, why you are still standing today, is because you have the power of God within you. Pluto, Dominic. Yeah, for sure. Go to Sora. Everyone looks. Go on a bus. Everybody looks. Yeah, I get that feeling too sometimes. But then I have to remind myself that I'm creating my thoughts and reality, and I must be paranoid about something if everybody is looking at me like side-eyed. So the thing is that your destiny is extremely powerful. It's a big destiny. I get why this person's curious, but them using witchcraft or divination or other people and these fake accounts to try to spoil your destiny, that is kind of futile, which means it's pointless, because destiny is destiny. You're going to complete whatever this body of work is that God has you doing, whether this person likes it or not. They just want to stop you, so they're trying to do anything that they can do to get you caught up. Somebody doesn't want you to be this emperor energy. They don't want you to be able to control your emotions. And again, I apologize that this is an old man on this card. I know you guys are not old, or elderly, but this also talks about loving relationship between you and your children, if you've got any. And then this talks about you passing down lineage gifts, or being passed down lineage gifts. The emperor is somebody that's mastered their emotions and has mastered life, basically. They're so responsible to the point where they can look after other people, and that's where your guys' energy is. Yeah, you learn from your near-death experience, or your death experience. Yeah, all your experience in life, being the black sheep and bullied in school. Yeah, live for you and the rest will fall into place. That's exactly it. This other person doesn't understand that. They've had a really easy, smooth life. They've always, anytime this person wants something, somebody gives them money. They don't work. I don't think that they have a job. That's one reason why this person is stalking you full time. Unless stalking you is the job, then maybe they're just going to work. But yeah, you still have an Ace of Cups. This is like overflowing Holy Grail type energy coming from God, like purity. It talks about intense friendships, joy, inner peace, the beginning of a great love, all that good stuff. And so I do feel like, the Emperor and the Empress are strong. If you're in a love union right now, you could be with your Empress, or you could be with the Emperor, or this could be about to come into fruition. But there is cleansing that needs to be done. We need to get this person, they need to be kicked out of your energy. And if this person approaches you on the physical realm, I would definitely persecute them legally. Like, anytime that they bully you, write down their screen name. Write down, don't just not do anything about it, because this person seems to continue to do stupid shit because nobody stopped them. So I feel like this person is trying to escape some type of prison sentence. So they've done something wrong. I mean, besides illegally using technology to spy on you and harass you, besides that, this person's done something wrong. Okay, thank you so much, Fashionista. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, let's pull through. Let's use the Thoth deck. I really enjoy this deck because it's got a lot of cards with different things that just don't come through the regular tarot, basically. I'm also picking up that you guys are about to step into your purpose big time, and somebody is sensing that. Okay, so whoever is doing this could be somebody of the opposite sex. I had not even thought of that, because I usually think that bullies are of the same sex as you, right? Because in school they mostly were, unless people do get bullied by the opposite sex. For you, Fashionista, you got your ex still in your energy. So we're going to cut some cords with this person, and we're going to use the violet flame today to get that person needs to go. I mean, I literally feel kind of bad for them, because from my perspective, they have lost everything. When they lost you, they lost everything. The worst revenge you could do to this person is just by leaving them. But I do feel like, I feel like they're a warlock. So that energy is coming through, but I don't feel like they've been able to successfully do anything. That's why they're resorting to the physical realm. Luxury. So you guys have luxury coming in. And maybe this ex of yours, like you could have taken care of them. But I do feel like if this is somebody of the opposite sex, they're seeing this luxury that you guys are getting. And they're like, well, where's my inheritance? Where's my luxury? Well, they forfeited that when they decided to snake you and deceive you. And I do feel like these people are extremely materialistic. They're very surface level base. And I feel like the way that they feel about you is that they think that because you rejected them, that you've done something else to them. Because I'm like, they've done something. Knight of Wands. This is definitely a masculine energy. So I'm not for sure why this person won't just walk away. It seems to me like they've tried to do a love spell on you. And if this is an LGBTQ plus situation, there could be a masculine energy that tried to do a love spell on another masculine as well. And then it seems to me that it's only working. See, this person has always been looking at the luxury that you have being with you. Wow, they're so karmic. This person is praying to God. Like literally their prayers are that you realize them as a divine partner. They're not. God has told this person many times, straight up many times. Like literally, this person does receive messages and angel numbers. They just don't know how to interpret them correctly. That's why discernment is going to be your biggest gift in this season. The Prince of Wands. Yeah, it's a lot of wand energy. People with their wands. A lot of schmexual energy coming through. But they do feel like you are tied to some form of abundance. What pops out but wealth. You are tied to some form of abundance that they no longer have access to, and you're not willing to carry this person on your back like a monkey anymore. You know how monkeys carry their babies on their back. Anyways, you're not willing to carry this person like a man child, or if this is a female, but I'm picking up a masculine energy. Taurus. So the thing is that, you guys are becoming more popular. You guys are shining brighter, and this person is becoming more dull. It's almost like the universe is saying yes to you while saying no to them. And they are like, wait a minute, I was winning. I feel like this person maybe has lost a job since you knew them. Wow. Prince and Knight energies coming out. They definitely wanted to puppet you. Definitely wanted to puppet y'all for this wealth. Because if you can be manipulated and controlled, then this wealth will come to them. But it's not, though. The best thing, the only way they were going to experience being wealthy with you is if they stayed with you and contributed. But you would have eventually been like, okay, this person's not contributing anything to the success of our lives. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's very jealous. They're very petty. And they've got a really mean streak to them. I would be interesting to see where Capricorn was in this masculine's chart. But the good thing is that like you guys have new friends coming in. I'm hearing September. So you guys may end up meeting a new person or having a new lover come in September. This person's really cutting it short. They're trying to get back into your good graces before this new person comes in. And my nose is itching. So I'm wondering if it's cleansing. Is it cleansing? Yes, it's always cleansing, isn't it? The Ace of Discs. Okay, so this is the same thing as the Ace of Pentacles. This person sees that you're an Ace of Pentacles, but they didn't see that while they were with you, which is crazy. Now they're like really crying about it. This person literally cries about you. That's kind of sad. They cry, but then they go on the internet and make fake accounts and try to stalk you online. Like real creeper vibes. Hey, welcome in, Girl Gone. I hope you're having a good day. And welcome in, Crystal Roberts. I love the little upside down face. That's so cute. Yeah. Imagine your soul is in Taurus and the rest of you. Yeah. See, the energy of Taurus is a great energy. Earth signs are really good energies. Like I generally like Earth. I guess I like all signs, but I will say that some of them are more stable than others. This person's got a mean streak within them. And I feel like this is learned behavior from somebody else. They learned how to be vindictive and annoying by somebody else. Also, isn't it funny how people do not value you until you like let them go or walk away? Now all of a sudden, like it was like you were worthless before, but now all of a sudden this person, and if this person actually saw your true door to value, they would trip out. Yeah, you're over here shining with the sun. Yeah, you're over here shining with the sun, literally. You're shining a light down on this person's behavior. Now this person's parents are questioning them. Why did you and so break up? I feel like this is all coming to a close, though. This person's not going to be able to still have a foot in the door. Yes, you don't know what you have until it's gone. That's exactly it. This person's really trying to, when like you hold a door open for somebody, this person's trying to put their foot in the door. They just want an avenue to get in, but they're a whole vampire and you're an entire sun. So how is that going to work? You completely would burn this person. They would just poof up in flames. I feel like most of this behavior, you guys, is lust driven. This person's pissed that you won't sleep with them anymore. I mean, it's truly the majority of it does have to do with lust, but a lot of times people get lust and love confused. This person really wants to make a truce with y'all. They want to make a truce. Okay. They don't want to be left out of I just heard spoils and riches of wars. They don't, of war. Like they don't want to be left out. They feel bad. But let me just be clear. This person feels bad that they're not in your life, but not bad enough to actually change themselves so that you would want to be with them. This person is not somebody that I would say that this person needs to go to therapy and, take care of their sex addiction or whatever this is. They need to get STD tested. And even with doing all that, I still would say that this person should not come back into your life. But they're going to try. They're going to try it. That's why I was saying, if you ever catch this person red-handed around your house, take pictures of them or doing any type of weird shit, because they truly believe in their heart and soul that they can use witchcraft to manipulate y'all. Like, that's crazy. What I just say, the magician. They truly believe that they can use witchcraft to manipulate your guys's, whether you be with them or not. You're never going to accept this person back. Exactly. Mars in Scorpio. Wow. That sounds aggressive and scary. I do feel like at this time, this person is seeing that they truly, it's like that. Is it Bruno Mars, that I should have bought you flowers song? Because now my baby's dancing with another man. That's some of the lyrics. Okay, so that's the vibe I get. Ooh, I just got chills. This person is so depressed. They are so depressed. They still see you as a princess of cups, somebody that is royalty, somebody that should always be tended to. Literally, that's your energy. Like, you're a sweetheart. Whenever I see the princess of cups, I'm like, okay, we're dealing with somebody that's a total sweetheart. No wonder this person is upset. And this is because it's the new Aeon. Maybe in this other age, the Kali Yuga, which good riddance to that shit. Good riddance to the Kali Yuga. This new Aeon that we're in is working a little bit differently. The people that were able to get by before off of doing crooked stuff, they're not able to do this any longer. So it's a lot of corruption that's being exposed at this time. You could be somebody that exposes corruption. What do we have here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is what just flopped out like that. We have, so this person does see that this new aeon or eon, however you want to call it, that it is an adjustment. It's an adjustment period, okay? Where the last will be first and the first will be last. Also, I'm hearing something about fat shaming. You're not even overweight. What in the hell is wrong with this person? Okay, so they're trying to find a way to belittle you to make you feel less than, basically. Then we have this adjustment is not bringing ruin to you, it's bringing ruin to them. And it's also bringing an ending with the death. And these people were trying to stay satiated off of your energy and your wealth, and it's a no. They're going to be satiated with this death energy, though. This is why I will never tell you guys to play in death magic. I don't know exactly what entails death magic, but it seems pretty hardcore. So anybody trying to manipulate the outcome of your love, and this is truly about finances and love, they're using some type of death magic. Because if they're trying to cause an ending or become satiate, like this is a vampire, like ruin, death, and satiety, that's a vampire. That is absolutely a vampiric energy. Yes, that's black magic, magic of the underworld. Thank you. I did not even know that it came from the underworld. I just don't know about it. But that makes sense, actually, because you're right. Like death would be the underworld. Yeah. And you're definitely not overweight. That's what I'm saying. This person is so strange. And I feel like they're trying to come up with different things that they can say to you to lower your confidence in yourself. This person wants to be a Prince of Cups, but they're not. They want to be a sweet, kind, like they want to be looked at the way that you're looked at, which is, kind of strange. This person should want to be looked at the way they are, but this person doesn't like, and I'm literally specifically hearing that since this person has gotten with a karmic, they brought this karmic around their mother, and their mother doesn't like this person. Their mother is like, what happened to the old girlfriend? Go get her back. So this person's actually being encouraged to come back to you, but it's a no. If God wanted you to go backwards, God would have kept you in that situation. But just remember, you guys, when dealing with these people, how hard you had to fight to get away, right? And to stay away. And this person is like, seriously, they feel like a piece of their soul is missing. They just did not know how to value you. They also feel like that compared to this new person that they're with, that you are prude. And so it's one reason why you guys are not together is because you won't engage in this devilment black magic tower activity. And this person does. You're basically not into sending the evil eye. But this person, that's what they do. That's what they've always done, is some type of power source to isolate people, put them in the hermit, and to cause disappointment. That's basically what they've always been. That's what they're used to doing, is causing disappointment and strife. But they see you over here in peace, and they see you not experiencing disappointment and strife. And they're like, wait, no, I sent the evil eye. I did this. I did that. I tried to bully them online. I tried to slander them. I stalked them, and none of it worked. Literally, none of it worked. It's literally caused you to seek peace even more. Welcome in, Varying Redbeard. And this Ace of Swords is your protection. This is protection coming from the Most High God. See that thing that's right there? That's a crown. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you guys like the video as you come in. I'm trying to get at least 30 likes on the video. If we could do that, that would be great. So yeah, this Ace of Swords is a lot of protection. It's heavy protection. There used to be a saying back in the day that would say, like, it was like a law that you could not disturb the peace Thank you so much, Ragnarok, that you could not disturb the peace of the king or you be punished like severely. That should stand with every person. People that like to destroy peace are people that will never, they'll never do the right thing. Also, I feel like Ragnarok, I immediately picked up on somebody playing in your energy right now. So this is interesting that we're talking about this. Oh my God, did you just say that as I literally just said that? Oh my God, I was like, I immediately picked up on somebody playing in your energy. Oh my God, they need to stop. That's crazy. This is crazy to me how you guys have not done anything to warrant. I mean, I guess rejecting somebody would be enough to warrant an attack, but for them to consistently, like, there's got to be some type of love here that's going on. Maybe it's lust. I don't know. But like for somebody to send attacks this quite often feels like they have to have some type of love for you, because that's a big dedication of their time and energy. They're very sorry though. They're like in sorrow, they're sad, but they're not going to admit that they've done anything because they know that they're defeated. They also know that you are here gaining whatever it is that they're losing, which is just the balancing of the scales. Like if the scales are tipped way out of balance, then they've got to move back to being in the right place. And so maybe this person was able to play over your top before, but you have gone through a whole evolution, a whole 8-8 portal. Seriously, God says, yes, you would need my not only gang stalker. Exactly. I feel like this gang stalking energy, though, it's like coming from a group of parasitic entities. These people are parasites. Like, they're not symbiotes. There's not a sharing of I benefit off you, you benefit off me. This is simply parasitic. And it's parasitic due to the fact that this person has got some type of sex demon. Yes, people are stalking the actors and famous people, exactly, like the paparazzi, right? So you could look at it that way. I think the more that you look at this through a positive lens, the easier it's going to be. But then knowing that you can work with like the violet flame to transmute these cords and this energy that they send. And it may be that, for another 6 months to a year that this person bothers you. But eventually, if they don't get your energy, if they don't get you to argue with them, fight with them, they're like, I would definitely, we call upon the violet flame of Saint Germain to transmute all energy harvesting and to what's being done with the solar plexus chakra. Because they're afraid that if you heal from these inner wounds and childhood traumas, that basically they're not going to have any buttons to push anymore to make you freak out, which would be the best thing ever, right? To not have any more triggers. I don't know if we'll ever get to a state where we're completely 100% healed and never have to work on ourselves again. But healing the inner childhood trauma, that's super important because that's what this person plays off of. Yeah, they don't have their little buttons to push anymore. They do know that you have this strength that's unmatched, and it has to do with what you're here to gain. You're here to gain so much insight. Like, I feel like you've just been taking notes of people like, okay, that's how you're going to treat me. You're taking notes, and God has blessed you for not retaliating. Like, you're literally getting blessed because you're not retaliating. You not retaliating is what has kept you in the clear. And so I feel like it could be very hard at times when we're provoked to anger not to retaliate, because like literally it's just a reaction. It's almost like a reaction, retaliation, but it's not going to get you where you think it's going to get you, because if you retaliate, it's like you're basically willing to go through another cycle with this person. But if you don't, it'll be a completion of the cycle. And so that's what this person didn't want. They didn't want this cycle to be closed out, because they feel like if they could keep it everlasting and go back and forth with you, then they'll be able to, ride your coattails into the kingdom of heaven. I know. Yeah. It's just not, it's best not to retaliate because, again, it's just leave it to God. When you give it to God, God will take care of it and you won't have to get your hands dirty. And that way, if anything were to be in question, you would definitely look like the innocent party, which you've always been the innocent party because you don't go around attacking people. And so this person, though, they're used to this manipulation. Like I'm sure that their mother taught them this. It's got to be a learned behavior. That's what I think. Doing witchcraft has to be some type of learned behavior. Pleasure. This person was like so pleased, like literally, they were so pleased to try to get you into a new cycle. They thought that they were going to gain so much pleasure by doing this, and they're literally sorely mistaken. The thing is that you're entering into a pleasing period of your life because you please the Most High God. You're pleased. What you do pleases the Most High. The Most High is happy with you. So every time that this person detests you, the Most High is like, keep talking about my child like that. And for some of you, the Most High will look at you as like a divine being. Literally, one of my divine beings. Looking at one of my divine beings like that. I also feel like you guys could be dealing with somebody who is like really into science and the occult and esoteric stuff. And I'm not for sure everything that entails the occult and esoteric, but I do think that it is like spiritual manipulation, deriving pleasuring from the suffering. Exactly. I do feel like it is some type of spiritual manipulation, and it could be anything from like using numerology to casting spells. But I do feel like you're stronger than this magic. This person did not ever anticipate them being the one that's oppressed. Because again, they've tried to oppress you in so many different ways. And their next thing is by bullying you, making fun of your weight. And this is why I said, what in the hell are they talking about? You guys are not even overweight. Like, what? And if you have gained 5 pounds or whatever, which I highly doubt, but if you have gained any weight, it looks good on you. So I don't know where this person is like literally trying to pull out of left field that they're going to, they've got a whole plan. Like in their mind, they literally have an entire plan. The thing is that this person is kind of dangerous to me. I've been watching these true crime like episodes, and they just talk about these obscene crimes that people have committed. I feel like this person could very easily go over the deep end. And that's what makes me nervous about their energy. You're like a bit of a Shrek dad bod. See, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not, like a footballer. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Like a linebacker. So, yeah, like a linebacker. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I just said that. Yeah, you can't weigh more than 200 pounds, but you can press that. Exactly. And I feel like you guys are really not dealing with weight problems like that. And again, you're not unhealthy. Like this person just wanted to oppress and dominate, giving me real, like very aggressive sexual vibes off of this person. Maybe they're used to just being able to oppress and dominate other people, but that's not going to go with you. You want somebody that will give you tender, actual, real love. Not to say that domination doesn't have real love in it, that any type of dominatrix stuff that goes on, there's a whole lot of trust that has to occur for that situation. First of all, you got to trust somebody to let them tie you up and blindfold you and stuff. Like you just have to be able to trust somebody. And so it's not to say that there's not love in that, but this person's focusing basically only on the physical side of that. And I feel like they've gotten into some weird sexual practices that they were not doing when they were around you before. Wow, 6'4", 270. Wow, you are a big person. You could literally be a giant. Oh my gosh, just like Reacher. If you haven't seen the TV show Reacher, he is like the sexiest guy. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's a down low. So that makes sense. But he has a wife. Yeah. Yeah. Real weird vibes off this person. They definitely want to dominate y'all's energy and oppress it. And they want to do a lot of things with sex. They've been sending this monitoring spirit to see what your next choice is going to be. These people are not going to be happy when they find out that you don't want them. The emperor. This person wants to take your position as the emperor, but I feel like it's a no-go. The emperor has come out twice. It's a no-go. And you could have told this person that, you're just not into whatever it is that they're into. And so they judge you for that. But what I'm picking up is that you guys got somebody else coming in. This person, whoever they are, it's going to be different people, of course, to each and every one of you. They don't want new people coming into your life, because if new people come into your life, then you're going to move on completely without them. And this person's stuck in the fool, like extremely foolish. And not like, I always reference how I've been Loki forever. Not like Loki, fool, like trickster energy. This is just straight up foolish. Like, it's very naive to think that this person can sacrifice you. Like, it's just super naive, because you are so beloved by the universe. The earth actually needs you guys. And so this person, they're into some dark shit. I'm literally seeing like somebody that was portraying, when they were connected to your energy, very tightly connected to your energy, they were portraying like they were light, or of light, or a light being, or whatever, even though they're not. And so since they've been disconnected from your light, this is your light that's shining on them. Since they've been disconnected from it, they literally have this darkness that's over them. It's like a shadow, but it's like a shadow that never goes away. And so this person realizes that you are the light of their life, and only a little bit too late. Yeah, they were definitely absolutely harvesting off the light. And I don't know how that's done. I honestly have no idea how that is done, but it is done quite often. The Queen of Wands, they were definitely, see, the thing is that this is a energy that wants to show up, they want to show up with this karmic still attached to them. I don't think anybody can go through life with a karmic attached to them and make it through safely. This Queen of Wands energy is a female energy that does witchcraft. Wow, blue eyes and platinum blonde hair. That's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. So yeah, you could have a lot of people that are stalking you at this time, but it's truly because you're not announcing your movements and you're not telling people where you're going. So this female Queen of Wands has tried to sacrifice whoever this masculine energy is. It hasn't worked though. Nothing that this person does works. The Lovers, it's exactly it. So there is a lot of LGBTQ plus stuff going on in this reading, because there is definitely a masculine energy that is on the down low. They're messing with this karmic feminine, and this Queen of Wands is this karmic feminine, and she's basically wants to be this person's divine partner, but she's not. So it's so dangerous when this is why, like, oh, this shit scares me. It's so dangerous to think you know somebody and then to find out that you didn't know them at all. They're definitely doing some shit up under the moon. I'm getting like a lot of divine intervention through the moon happening for you. And they were trying to interfere with your love union with somebody coming in to love you. They wanted, this person loves the devil. That's what they truly love. These people maybe they don't worship a devil, but I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up finding out that they did. Okay. May not be Lucifer, but it could be Baal, Moloch, or one of the other ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? The thing is that a lot of the labels that this world uses don't really, they don't really define a person. Like, I will always tell you guys that none of us are Democrats or Republicans. Like, throughout different times in our lives, we could be on either end of the spectrum, but I don't feel like any one person can fall into like a political category, right? I feel like we're forced to try to conform to that, but I don't think that that's actually true about us. This devil energy is extremely worried because you are still in your divine life purpose. And this person was doing some type of agreement to get you back with the devil. You could have been feeling a tugging on your energy. It's this devil energy and the moon that they were working with to interfere with your love life. Like, literally, they thought that they were going to block a divine soul contract that God itself created. This is not like you going out and manifesting a lover. This is like the divine bringing you somebody that's worthy of you and that you're worthy of them both ways. This devil is worried about your divine works, your miracles, and the way that you save and rescue other people. It's worried that it's not going to be able to stop you because obviously you're courageous and valiant. Like, I've never seen the devil this afraid. And whatever lower entity. It could even be an underworld deity. I don't know about all of them, but I do know about a couple. But I feel like this is an energy that it existed in ancient Sumeria and it still exists now. I mean, it's been with with the human race since you know, since we made actual societies like Sumeria. So, yeah. And I'm not getting that it's like Pazuzu. Pazuzu, they extort Pazuzu a bit, okay? Pazuzu's actually not a negative being. In fact, people in Sumeria would invoke and evoke Pazuzu to keep away Lamashtu, the like Lilith-like demon that would steal people's babies and stuff. So they are working with a very volatile energy here, though, that has its own agenda, which is completely different than what these people's agenda is. So, yeah, they definitely are working with the devil. I don't know if they're worshiping it, but they're definitely working alongside of it. And the whole intention was to stop you from saving the world. And we're all here to help the world in a unique way, but some of us have bigger missions than others. And this is also to take you off your path. Some of you are meant to be stylists, some of you are meant to be fashion people, some of like designers, some of you are meant to do great things. And this devil energy wants to make sure that you're so stressed out that you don't have time to create this divine body of work, right? That if they can keep you on a lower frequency, you won't be thinking about fulfilling God's purpose or even doing things that benefit yourself for success, literally. Because trust me, if God's going to succeed, then you're going to succeed as well. And God wants you to know that even if things have been looking rough, that this devil energy, like when you have conquered the devil in your own life, which is your lower nature, and then you've conquered it in the external, which is what other people are dealing with, what else could come up against you? I mean, these people are definitely attached to something very ancient. Ace of Cups. You guys are a whole Ace of Cups to the universe, overflowing love, literally. The divine cherishes you guys so much. Oh my gosh, if you knew how much the divine cares about you, you would never doubt yourself again. There's the amount of love coming from the divine for what you do, for you just existing. It's not even that you have to do anything, but you do have gifts and talents that you can use here. And trust me, this Queen of Wands is trying to do exactly what you do. If you're a feminine energy, this Queen of Wands is trying to copycat you. They want to do what you do, but they don't have the skill set. Like, this person doesn't know anything about fashion. They don't know anything about design. They don't know anything about like even being in the in crowd. This person was not popular. As Princess of Swords, you have always defended yourself. But I feel like you're coming into an era where you won't need to defend yourself as often, because people are going to be able to see through what these people were doing. And as that happens, people are going to stop listening to them and stop taking their word for things, because it was futile. Coming up against you and your purpose was completely worthless and futile, just not going to happen. And I know that this devil energy lied to them and definitely said that they were going to receive something from you, but they're not. You've got an Ace of Wands here protecting your projects. Yeah, you could be like literally working on sketches or writing music. Keep working on it, because your divine calling is what you'd love to do. It's all part of it. This energy was meant to stress you out to the point where it would take you off your path. But like I always will tell you, the devil can't directly do anything to you. It's got to manipulate other people. Yeah, they really did fuck up. It's got to manipulate other people that are really, really low vibrational and weak. Because again, that's why you guys will see the spirits like around you or manipulating other people, but they never touch you. You guys could also be artists. Oh, you write poems and songs. That's dope. I write poems as well. I don't write songs, but I do write poems. I love it. I love being expressive. I think that the more that you can share your healing journey, the more you're going to enlighten other people. Empress. I feel like you guys are such good parents that your children will never go through any of the stuff that you had to go through as a child. All of the, like, you guys are literally breaking those generational curses that were interfering with your bloodlines, basically, and you're raising people the right way. Even if you don't have children, it could still be talking about, you having a child in the future or a spiritual baby. And a body of work could definitely be a spiritual baby. So I feel like you guys could be seeing a lot of birds at this time, which is definitely messages from Demeter. And it's basically messages from the divine that you're being watched, but not in like a stalker vibe way, like nature's watching after you. I feel like every time these people try to put some spell work up, the actual forces of nature break it down. And so you're only feeling a teensy little bit out of what has been done. And this is all being returned back to sender. Like I was saying at the beginning, you guys had cut somebody off, extracted them out of your energy. And all you could have done is been like, Archangel Michael, please cut all cords. Or you could have said, I call my power, my energy back to me. By doing that, it's literally stripped somebody of something. I mean, this Queen of Wands is not being looked at in high esteem. I feel like what their plan is to spy on you, monitor you, and then try to mess with your self-esteem. Because they feel like if they can get you to self-sabotage, then you won't be this high priestess. But you guys were born the high priestess. And high priest, you can switch it around however you need to. They should have high priest / high priestess. But you're always have been this intuitive being. And some people are saying, oh, it's because you're a parent, you're a mother, you're a father, that's why you're an intuitive. No, you're an intuitive because you were awoken from the matrix because somebody was doing something counterintuitive to you. You've got so much virtue here. These people were really waiting on you to fail, and it's not going to happen. They wanted you to never be happy. And they also are very afraid of you becoming this like world-renowned star and tapping into the abundance that the earth has for you. Because this person wanted to be there with you to go through this cycle of abundance. But God would have never given you the abundance if this person was around, because they would have used it all up and then even emotionally blackmailed you about it later. And beware of any, if you guys do go to like online churches or preachers or whatever, beware of them trying to extort money, like large amounts of it. Ain't no $20. This is like whatever this person does with finances, they guilt trip people into paying a lot of money, and then they tell them that their prayers won't be answered. You have a direct line to the Most High God, Prince of Discs. You've got a direct line to the Most High God. You don't have to like do any of this extra crap that these people that worship the devil are doing. All you have to do is ask God, and God's going to most likely say yes and give you whatever you want. Like, and so these people don't understand that. They don't understand that this Princess of Wands energy means that you will succeed. You know what I mean? Yes, that is so, I agree. Isn't it disturbing how people will say like for example, like some of these preachers will say if you don't pay your tithe or tithing, whatever it's called, then God won't answer your prayers. And this happens a lot in Africa, you guys, a lot in like Africa and Haiti and places like that as well. Yeah, Jesus never asked for a priesthood. It's because he had a natural one. But Jesus also used his discernment and didn't heal everyone. I don't know why people make Jesus out to be like somebody that would just walk through the streets and heal every person that was there. That's not the truth. Like, Jesus would heal his people. Yeah, you definitely, the Prince of Dis and the Queen of Dis, you got a lot of financial support coming in. You also have a lot of spiritual support coming in. And there's some guides that have been with you your entire life, and they've been just waiting for this right time when you tap into your spirituality to come and help you. And I feel like a lot of guides are feeling now that you can do things on your own, that you don't need them, but they're still there if you want to call upon them. Swiftness, because they're there, they will come swiftly through and clear things up for you. And that goes for your children as well, because again, these people that they do a lot of projection. Most of it is done at nighttime under the moon. That's why the moon came out. But you can counteract that just by praying before you go to sleep, or setting, doing a meditation before you go to sleep, setting an intention, working with a crystal. All of those things are, you use tools until you don't need them anymore. And eventually you won't need the tool because you'll have surpassed the problem. Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is very swift action. I do feel like there's a government body that's watching this person. And it's not because of anything to do with you, but they are seeing what this person's been trying to do to you online. They're indolent. They're very lazy. And I'm feeling super nauseated. So maybe this person is really sick. They could be very sick to their stomach, that all of their spell work is being returned to them and it's not working. It's not spell working. It's spell not working. Debauchery. See, these people are lazy and debaucherous. And I'm not trying to be rude about them. Like, that's just what's coming through. Why they're not able to come with you into this new aeon or eon is because they are debaucherous. They want this fortune, though. They want to use this fortune that's yours, that you've worked for, that's part of your destiny, and they want to use it to be lazy so that they don't have to work, and to be debaucherous so that they can go buy bottles at the club and whatever other nonsense that people do when they spend their money. The spell is not spelling. That's exactly it. You're having a major victory over this. And I do feel like that they were trying to push this, like, be debaucherous and be lazy energy on you, but that's never been they could try to do that all day and night long. You have never been somebody that just sits around and is lazy. And even if you are laying around a lot right now, it's because you're healing. You're healing from all this spell work crap that they were trying to do. They wanted to make a major change, but this victory that you're having is making a major change for you. And they would just wanted to be a part of it. So I understand why they're upset, but their method behind getting back into your good graces, like doing spell work on somebody, is not how you get back in somebody's good graces. That's how you screw things up. Seriously. The Knight of Cups. There could be an energy that is a Cancer, okay, that works with this person, that's guiding them, because this person's got to be getting this dumb advice from somebody. And if it's not the devil, then it's somebody else. This Queen of Wands gives very bad advice. This Queen of Wands that they're with. You got the universe over here supporting your changes. So you could be making changes to your diet, you could be working out, you could literally be walking more, you could be paying more attention to your health, you could be meditating. The universe is definitely backing this. You were just shown who the Cancer is. Okay, good. Yeah, the universe is definitely backing this. And again, like, I'm not talking bad about anybody that has take substances or drank before. Everything in moderation. I mean, like, people have a drink every once in a while, celebration, a party, a gathering, or whatever. But this is like, you're dealing with somebody that wants to go to the club and impress people and spend lots of money. They want to be driving your vehicle, using your money. And it's just weird to me why they won't get their own, because they're cruel. They know that they can get money. Like, the universe is not a cruel place to live. This universe is not a bad place to live. It's just the lack of love that we have in the universe that makes it so that we experience cruelty. But this person is used to, I mean, like, they shouldn't be surprised that you said no to them, because they've been getting told no their entire life. And now that you have the authority as the Hierophant, you've always had the authority to call judgment on this person's bullshit. And it is bullshit. I'm getting that whoever keeps tapping in to your solar plexus, they may contact you, because they're being kicked out of your energy right now. I can feel it. I can feel them being like booted up out your energy. That person may try to contact you. If they do, I would just not reply to them. Use your best discernment. The Princess of Dis, use your best discernment. The more that you can not engage with this person, the less power there. In fact, the moment that you never speak to this person again and you completely cut them off, block their number and say absolutely not, this person's going to have a major fall. Like, they are going to seriously have a major fall, because it was your energy that was upholding them. And I do believe that, they're running from something. This Knight of Dis energy, this person is running from something. They've done something just recently that could get them put in prison. And they're wanting to come around your energy, because your energy is so high vibrational that literally, I'm going to tell you a secret about yourself. You could get yourself out of a court case if you needed to. You could use your own energy to literally manifest a miracle that would seem impossible. And this person knows that, but you're not going to do that. You're not, because you would have to transmute this person's karma. And they're attached to this Chariot energy, which this Chariot energy is not interested in hearing. I want to say that these officers or cops or whatever they are, they're not interested in hearing about spirituality. Okay. They're interested about science. Like, what can science prove about this and this and this? This person has science working against them. So they're running from some type of crime that they've committed, which makes them very dangerous. And I feel like, in the future, this person is going to actually physically run from the police. They could be trying to do that now by coming around you, but as long as you don't let them back, I mean, even if you did let this person back, it would just be another cycle you had to go through. And I don't want that for you. I want you guys to be at peace. You deserve to be at peace. You've worked so hard for peace, and God wants you to be at peace. The universe wants you to be at peace. The universe wants you to develop and work on your art so that you can bring it to other people. But yeah, you have very miraculous, magical energy that you could save this person's ass, but you're not going to, because again, they most likely committed some type of fraud or embezzlement or something to do with funds, funneling, energy harvesting. They're going to have to pay for that. And if this person was involved in the unaliving of somebody else, which I do get that one of these people we're talking about has unalived somebody else, like with their own physical hands or with their vehicle or something like that. Like, literally, it's something that could be tracked and traced through science. What is Dexter? Dexter's like a blood analyst or some shit. Like, I'm getting that type of energy. So this person's wanting to come around you because they've committed a serious crime, and they're bullying you online because they know that you will not accept them back, which shows that they know what their behavior is. Because if they know that you're not going to accept them back, then they should know that, there's no way that they're going to sacrifice you, get you put in chains so that they can be released. Like, that's insane. Okay, no. I had this dream not last night, the night before, that I was chained up, but I was a werewolf. And then at the end of the dreams, the roles switched and I got freed from the chains and somebody else got put in the chains. And I know that that is like an allegory for something. You know what I mean? It's like an allegory for, okay, being restricted. Again, I was a werewolf, so I don't know. The other person was also a werewolf, though. That is Neptune and Aries. Wow. Wow. That's wild that you know what I'm talking about. It was such a weird dream. It was such a weird dream because I was like, wow, one time I'm being locked up and everybody's looking at me like a spectacle. And then it was this other person. And this other person, they didn't even have a face in the dream. It was just totally creepy. But there is a lot of energy coming in right now. I mean, this person feels like they're going to win you over with lust. No. And so you could have told this person that you're no longer into them, that you're not interested in this love offer, and they still do not want to take no for an answer. And significant social upheavals. Exactly. Yeah. They just don't want to take no for an answer because they really feel entitled to your destiny and your energy. And this person, we started this reading with this person spying on you. Like they're to spy on somebody, you have to take personal time out of your day to do that. You know what I mean? 111 when I said that. You got to take personal time out of your day to do that. Like to follow somebody around and stalk them and spy on them. So it's kind of like, this person's basically throwing their time and their energy away by focusing on your life instead of theirs. I do feel like they're grieving in the 9 of Swords here. Neptune was in Aries in 60 to 73 CE at the same time as Pluto in Aquarius. Wow. When Boudica and her Iceni tribe revolted against the Romans in Britain over Rome, Christianity was spreading fast. Yeah. Well, wasn't it Paul the Apostle didn't he used to crucify Christians? I don't know if he was Roman. Let's ask. I don't know what he was. Was Paul the Apostle Roman? Yes, he was a Roman citizen. Holy crap. So yeah, isn't that crazy that they were doing that? They were definitely crucifying Christians. They had this whole, I've watched a video on it, how they had this whole torture system to try to revert people back into paganism from Christianity. He was the agent for Herod. Oh, good God. See, I didn't even think that they were in the same lifespan. Wow, that's crazy. In 1534 to 1547, Neptune was in Aries along with Pluto in Aquarius. Wow. And just after Uranus in Gemini. Interesting. This was the period that saw Henry VIII break from Rome, which we thought could never happen. I mean, at that time when that happened, it was like the biggest deal because you guys, the Bible back in that time, the Catholic Church basically was not, well, first of all, people couldn't read. So it was all of the Bibles were written in Latin. So you had to know Latin and only the priests knew Latin. So they definitely, it's like they were just gatekeeping the knowledge, completely gatekeeping the shit. Like you had to either know Latin or be a priest, and you had to know how to read. Like what in the hell? The citizens back in the day, they just didn't have that type of knowledge. And then, when they made the King James Bible, they finally put that into English, but still there was a lot of people that couldn't read English even. You know what I mean? Wow. Interesting. So yeah, I feel like it was a good thing what they did with the King James version, because it at least made it so that religion could be more accessible. But then, like, what they did after that by making the Slaver's Bible, no. Okay. They literally made a Bible for slaves and gave it to the slaves, and even those slaves couldn't even read. The Bible said shit like, "Thou shalt not disobey thy master." Like, no, yo. Okay, let's play the solar plexus spell. I also do feel like there's a little bit of like either alcoholism or substance abuse coming from this person that stalks you. There's a bit of that. Somebody likes to drink a lot of cognac. The Hierophant. I swear, you guys were born a Hierophant. Nobody knew this, though. Maybe your mother did. Maybe your mother did. This is your energy. You show up Hierophant all day, which means that you have the authority to call judgment on this weird person that keeps spying on you. And the fact that they are in deep regret. They're in deep regret over something that they've done just recently. Maybe it's spell work. I'm not kidding. You guys are so much more powerful than any type of witchcraft. Wow, your mom does tell you kept saying, I see how things are randomly as a kid, and you know things. Exactly. Exactly. Well, thank God that you guys have Christ. Just that energy, that Christ consciousness energy. I feel like a lot of you were born with that. It is that Hierophant energy. You guys are able to call judgment on people. What is this card? The Knight of Wands. This is definitely the energy of this person. Ugh. They're yucky to me. Okay, this person's energetic hygiene is like on nothing. And I understand that some people don't know how to take spiritual baths, but damn. This person's in major depression. This is why I feel like they're dangerous. They're a very depressive person, but they've also got some type of sociopath sociopath stuff going on. Like this, okay, you're dealing with somebody that likes to inflict pain on other people. I don't know if they do it to themselves, but they do it to other people and they enjoy it. So it's like sadist. This is why they're suffering though. And because they were making deals with this King of Pentacles. So the crime that they committed, they could owe somebody money. They could owe this King of Pentacles money. And they want to use you as a sacrifice to get out of it. It's a no. It's a no. Also, this Knight of Wands wants to get back with somebody. If you're a divine feminine, this Knight of Wands wants to get back with you desperately. They would give their freaking left arm if you would accept them back, but you're not going to. I also feel like you guys have sniffed this person out. They're extremely perverted. Devil. I mean, I just couldn't even be more dead on. Extremely perverted. They've got something twisted and crafty up their sleeve. This person's definitely got something planned for you that's not going to occur. Like they have a big old plan for you, an entire plan set out that is not going to happen. Wow, that's ridiculous. The darkness will never beat the light. I don't care what Star Wars does. I don't care what any book says. The truth is that the power of love is more powerful than the power of hate. And honestly, for you to hate somebody, there's got to be some amount of love there too. So I feel like this person has an infatuation. They're infatuated with you, and you've had to defend yourself from them. Literally, you've had to defend your energy because these people are attached to the devil, and the devil is not invited into your life. That's why it's got to work through these other people. I also feel like this person sees that you're about to come into public fame and they're tripping out on that. They feel like if they study your birth chart enough, they can stop you from entering into your destiny, but your destiny is your destiny. It's already written out for you. And God's already written this in the book of life. They won't be changing that. They're going to have to 8 of cups. And this devil, truly, this devil is going to have to 8 of cups backstabbing you. It's going to have to walk away. Dissatisfied and unhappy because literally you will not be touched. There are some people you just can't do anything to. You know what I mean? There are just some people you cannot do things to. And you are one of those people. You're a King of Cups energy coming out as a nurturer. You guys are very wise and balanced between your head and your heart. You make clear decisions and you can also be there for other people, which makes you very compassionate and very intense, loving beings. This person wants to mimic that, like, you know, like a mime. They want to mimic that, but they don't know what it would actually be like to be a loving person or to have stability. Yeah, it says Queen of Wands. That is super. She's come out twice. That is super upset that you're winning. And this is because somebody else is viewing you as the ideal person to be or to be with. They see you as the sun. They see you healing the inner child and they see you moving forward. And that's a problem for them. I feel like they also made some type of bet that they were going to be able to steal your light permanently and leave you in darkness. No. I mean, who even thinks we're like, you got to be a vampire to think some shit like that, straight up. Welcome in, BC. Wow, you're seeing 2212. Exactly. Exactly. They don't get to feed. Yeah, you're untouchable and you're protected. They do not get to feed off of you guys. You cannot permanently steal the light of another person. That's like saying, okay, I'm going to go steal the light of the sun. Like what? You're going to go pick up the sun and put it in your pocket and put everybody else in darkness? Like this, that's why I feel like these people have been listening to the devil for too long. They've been listening to this demonic energy. I will always tell you guys to use your best intuition when dealing with these types of people. They think that you're foolish. They think that you're an easy score. Why is that? This is what I think. People that are connected to God, like have an authentic, like straight up real connection. They don't have to go through a church to talk to God and to get God to do something in their life. Like you guys have a legitimate connection. Why do people think that because you're kind that you're weak? That's crazy. Don't people realize that being kind is like very difficult to do at most times, especially when you're dealing with people who are envious like this? They just don't want to see you succeed and get finances. That's what this is about. They're like, I don't want them succeeding without me. If I can't steal their light. And this person has been trying to put you in darkness. They thought that they were going to intervene on this 10 of Cups energy and draw you into some type of lawsuit or get you like involved in saving them from the court case that they have to go to. It's a no. You don't want to be involved in nobody else's court case. The 7 of Cups energy is a bunch of illusions around this court case. And if these people were trying to steal an inheritance, they're going to be in the 10 of Swords for that because Archangel Michael has already shown up and is protecting you, High Priestess. You're still getting this love offer from the universe, and you have somebody that's coming down through the military that's going to stop this person from slandering you. I feel like, there is definitely a higher power that's watching over you, and you guys are so freaking protected. Like this person, they will try, but they will fail every time. And they're just going to get, more bitter, more angry, more mad, and more out of control. And I do feel like these people are dangerous. So if you know who they are, stay away from them because they've unalived somebody here. I don't know who it was, but they're definitely spying on you to see what information they can find out. They feel like they're going to be able to use this against you later, and it's a no. Yeah, they're doing a voodoo doll on you while you're trying to write your book. Wow, so we're experiencing the same exact shit Because, yeah, I pick up on that voodoo stuff all the time. And I'm like, I just literally transfer. What I do is I transfer that energy of the voodoo doll right back onto the person and their physical body. Like, I just like, oh, that's not actually meant for me. That was meant for you. And then I don't think that these people have ever figured out that that's what I do, but I just transmute the energy. So you guys remember the violet flame of Saint Germain. I'm going to type it in the chat. It's just one way of transmuting energy. Flame of Saint Germain. And that's for if you guys are not if you guys are not Reiki practitioners, then you can definitely work with the violet flame. And there are many different guided meditations that will walk you through working with the violet flame. But I would suggest when it comes to this real dense energy, like the voodoo and, you know, this person stalking you, I would just be transmuting that energy, because you can take something that was done negatively to you and transmute it into something that will benefit you. Okay. And that's my greatest wish for you, is to, off of every time that these people try to attack you, that you guys ascend, because that's what you guys deserve. All right, everybody. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. And thank you, Fashionista, for your question and for donating. I appreciate you so much. You guys are so appreciated. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please like this video. Tap that notification bell. Make sure that you are subscribed. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. You guys are going to be fine. You're doing really good. Much better than anybody could have thought. Okay. All right. I'm giving you guys air hugs and lots of support. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.